Hey guys, how are you? Miss Emmy is here with you. Ready for today? Come on, prepare CW. Let's just write what is for reading and then we'll start reading. CW. Ready? Pencils and everything. I'll make it huge. Different color. Nice. Today is Monday, January 18th, 2021. Today is a lovely day. We will have reading. Oops. Reading. Here is the lesson. I will show you how to create a 3D world. How to create a 3D world, and it will be in textbook pages 78 to 80. Come on, write this. How to create a 3D world. While you're writing, I'd like to remind you or ask you, do you remember all the texts in Unit 5? Will they be real or not real? Real. So all of them are non-fiction. Do you remember what kind of texts are in Unit 5? They're explaining us something. Explanation text. Great job. Okay, I will close this. Open page 78. How to create a 3D world. Before we do this, I want you just for a second to think about the previous text, the one about volcanoes. Do you remember where we had introduction and the photos or pictures or diagrams, and there was table that we also call a chart, and we had a caption and main heading and subheadings. Remember all of those features? Good. So this one here, how to create a 3D world, that's the heading, the main heading, the big one, mommy heading. Good. I'll start reading. John Stewart lives and works in Brighton in England. Here is the map of England and here is Brighton. Do you see this little dot? Here is written Brighton. And this caption, let's read this. John lives here. And this is John. Good. Let's see what John does. John creates amazing illustrations for the series Project X, but he doesn't use paints and paper. So how is he drawing then? He uses the latest computer technology to create a virtual world that you feel you could almost walk into. Let's talk about it a bit. This part of the text is, how do we call this? Introduction. Great. So from introduction, we know that there is a man named John Stewart, that he lives and works in Brighton in England, and it's shown here on the map. And this caption is showing us exactly what's on this diagram, picture, photo, whatever you want to call it. Good. Now, his job is drawing. What an amazing job. He creates amazing illustrations. We said that illustrations are drawings. Remember, this was our spelling word. For series Project X. So his job is to draw for something named Project X. That's the name of the project he's currently on, Project X. You can see another diagram here, another photo. These are members of Team X. Do you see these people? Are they real or not real? Not real. So his job is to draw them. But how is he doing that? He says, the text says here, he doesn't use paints and paper. He's using his computer. So he has some special program for drawing on a computer, and there he is creating a virtual world. And they say that you feel like you can almost walk into it. You know, guys, when you're playing video games and then maybe you're driving a car, I have no idea what kind of games you're playing, but you can feel as if you're inside of the game, right? That's what John does. Now here is another feature of explanation text. I think you remember this one from the instructional text we had. Do you remember how do we call this? Numbered point. Great. So number 1. First, do you remember time words? They're telling us the order of events. Great. First, John uses the computer to create a skeleton for one of the characters. That's the first thing he does. And here is another picture. Here you can see how he's creating the skeleton. See this? The bones inside of the character. So here are our spelling words. We have the skeleton and we also have character. Actually characters, but for us it was just character. So that's his job. That's what he does. Let's keep reading. The skeleton is then covered in skin and clothes. You can see it here. See? Here he just has the skeletons. And then he is putting them skin and clothes. When John moves the skeleton, the skin and clothes move with it. You can see it here. Here it looks like it's running, and here and here. See how it's moving hands? So it looks like it's really running. Because the character has a skeleton, it can move like a real person. John moves the skeleton into a pose to show the character sitting, pointing, looking startled, and so on. He can spin the character round to look at it from every angle and then choose the angle that suits the story. Wow. All right, let's talk a bit more about it. Oh, and another thing. On this diagram, let's read the caption. This character is called Max. Let's go from the beginning. The name of the man that's drawing is John. Where is he from? He's from England, the city named Brighton. What is his job? He creates amazing illustrations. He's drawing. The current project he's working on is named Project X. Does he use paints and papers? No. He is using the latest computer technology and creating virtual world. Good. Then let's see how does he do it. Let's do this again. What does he do first? Let's check the picture. First he creates the skeleton. Great job. And then he covers the skeleton with skin and clothes. Good. And then he moves the skeleton and the skin and clothes are moving with it. So he has a program that can make this drawing, the skeleton that he dressed in clothes, he can move it around. And it looks as if it's moving like real person. See? Here we have this is a girl and this is a boy, right? And what's the name of this character on this picture? Here, Max. This is Max. So he has the program on computer. You can see this red line. He can turn it around to look at it from all the angles. So in the game, for example, he wants the Max to go inside the shop. What are we going to see? We'll see its back. And if the character is coming out of the shop, what are we going to see? We'll see its face. What if it's walking on the street? Maybe we will see it coming to us or leaving, or we will see it walking from the side. So what he does is he can move it around to look at it from all the sides, from all the angles, so that he can fix him in appropriate way for the special part of the story or special part of the game. We will keep reading to see what's happening. All right, I will pause now here. I really hope you understood all of this. I will revise just quickly this. How do we call this part? What is this feature? The main heading. What are all of these? Pictures, okay, or we call them photos or diagrams. What is this and this and this and this one here? Captions. Good. How do we call this part? these sentences in the beginning. All of this. Introduction. And what is this? Numbered point. Great job, guys. Thank you. Read it one more time, please. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.